Welcome to Brews with Comic Dudes. This is episode 14. And it's almost been a year of doing this. It's almost to the date. I think 25th is our actual anniversary of doing this, so.
That was that was like our 1.5 episode was our last Oscar one, or was it 2.5 episodes?
1.5.
1.5.
Which is a good introduction because we got Jimmy Hansen back from episode 1.5.
Thanks for having me.
We have a long-time listener, long-time friend, long-time viewer, long-time subscriber, long-time liker, long-time sharer.
He loved long time.
Love long time.
All right, we have a very special episode today. I don't mean that it's going to be a good episode, but it's a very special episode.
It's going to be the best.
We'll see about that.
Easy.
It's the anniversary episode. It has to be the best. We're going to do some flashbacks to the
Time travel.
like one of those like sitcoms. Like,
Yeah.
remember that one time?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. It's really just 2 minutes of new footage. But yeah, we're gonna talk about some Oscar nominations halfway through, maybe sooner.
11:15.
Maybe. But let's start with what we're drinking.
Oh yeah. I ran and grabbed something real quick because I didn't want to be the only person without an alcoholic beverage. So I'm just drinking an Angry Orchard Crisp Apple because it is 11 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah. This is an early show for people that are not watching this live right
It's
now.
brunch. Is anyone complaining?
No.
No.
I wanted to bring. I forgot to bring in champagne and orange juice. from
I would have been all down for
mimosas.
mimosas.
Make some French toast. Have a brunch episode. Why not?
I like that.
Jimmy, what are you drinking?
I've got some 12 dogs of Christmas ale. It's the only thing I had in my fridge.
Nothing wrong with that.
Local brew.
Absolutely. Thirsty
Yeah.
dogs. Thank you, Akron.
Yeah.
Support your local businesses.
It's taking Steve's place for the local brew.
Yeah.
Oh, you got kind of a local brew.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
Local.
that works.
Yeah.
That works.
Bill, what are you drinking?
Just tried this yesterday, Cold Snap. It's delicious.
I have my
See
go-to Great Lakes Brewing Company Commodore Perry Indian Pale Ale. I got nothing in my fridge. I goes, yeah. I'm an IPA kind of guy. Before we start things, make sure. Oh yeah, we're on YouTube now. If you're not watching this on YouTube, so subscribe, like, comment, share, tell everybody, tell your uncles, your aunts, your nieces, your nephews.
If Andrew can watch his language, you can tell them.
Yes. I might throw in an S word every once in a while. Shenanigans. But, alright. I like kicking off like we have lately. What have we seen recently that we can talk about? Non-Oscar related.
Yeah.
Because we're going to get to that. So, like, any movie, old, new, whatever.
I just saw The Kid Who Would Be King with my 2 nephews. It was good. It was a little bit long, especially for a kid's movie. But, I mean, my nephews are a little on the older side, so, like, they're not little. So they handled it well. And they were both really enjoyed it. It's just the Arthurian legend with, like, a kid spin. But it was entertaining. It was good. I would have cut out, like, a decent chunk in the middle. But other than that, I'd say it's worth seeing if you're into the Arthur legend, and can't imagine it was any worse than the last Arthur the movie that just came out that I don't think anybody saw. So
Who's the star of that?
it's just little kids.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Patrick Stewart plays older
Okay.
Merlin,
Okay.
but he's not in it very much because there's like a kid Merlin too. But
With that.
Patrick Stewart's in it every so often.
He's working on the new Picard series.
Yeah.
Star Trek.
Yeah, and the villain is Rebecca Ferguson from the Mission Impossible movies, but she's also not in it very much because she's only in human form for like a tiny portion of the movie, if you want to say that. But yeah, it's pretty good.
Jimmy?
I've really been craving the Oscar movies, but other than that, I've tried to fit in a little bit of Arrested Development. Trying to struggle through that last season.
Oh, yeah, not as bad as the 4th season.
Yeah, pretty bad. 1 through 3 is awesome.
I haven't seen any of the new ones.
Man, don't.
Yeah,
Really?
Don't ruin it.
Netflix kind of, yeah.
I feel like I owe it to them to see
Yeah.
it.
And
Why do you think they're missing the mark? Like you just
I don't know.
why
It's
can't
the
they-
same people, most of the same writers, same
Yeah.
director.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
I think
It's
they're
just
just
so bad
I think
though.
they're just doing it. All the actors are doing it for a paycheck, and Netflix is like, well, people are gonna
Yeah.
watch it anyways.
It's a shame.
And they tried
Yeah.
to fix season 4 with like, because it was like story, like each person's point of view, like as an episode. I
Yeah.
think if I remember right, then they try to like mesh it all together, and that was like
Yeah.
not.
Talk
great
about
at
like
all.
a best of episode. It's like last scene on this.
Oh.
And remember when this happened? And
Yeah.
it's like 5 minutes of new content. It's bad.
Okay, then I guess I'm not so upset that I haven't been
Yeah, I'd
watching
much rather
those.
watch that thing.
What thing?
the thing you talked about.
Oh.
Bill?
Well, I've been watching the Orville. Season 2's back. Enjoy that show.
I still need to catch up on that. Only made it through like episode 2.
So they're getting slammed for being too much Star Trek.
Isn't that the point?
Yep.
Yeah, that's what makes it fun.
Yeah.
It's like a lighter
Yeah.
tone.
Yeah.
And it's not
People will
Seth
complain.
MacFarlane being Seth MacFarlane with like all of his other cartoon shows.
I think it's his best show.
I think that they did mess up on making like the most attractive woman on that show an alien with a lot of makeup on, but that's just my opinion.
Seth MacFarlane.
Yeah.
And then
He's a girl.
now she's off the show. They
Oh, she's
replaced
not even
her
on
with
the show
same.
anymore?
They replaced her with the same race.
Ah.
I didn't
And
know
she's
that. Spoiler
just as
alert.
cute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We gotta edit that out now.
I've been seeing Oscar movies too, but I saw Glass twice.
I saw that last night. That'll be my movie that
Loved
I saw
it.
recently. I thought it was long.
Did I talk about
but-
that on the last episode? Had I seen that on the last episode?
No.
Oh, I should have talked about that instead, but it's okay. You're going to.
Oh yeah. Oh no, I enjoyed it. Have you seen it, Jimmy?
I have not seen it yet.
No. Okay, then we weren't ruining anything, but
you talk about it.
it's fun. It's a M. Night Shyamalan film. They usually move slow and they kind of pick up at the end. And
Which is from Unbreakable.
yeah, Unbreakable and Split.
Split.
Now I got to rewatch Unbreakable because I forgot a lot. They used his
There's
same
people
son
that
in
are
that
watching
too.
also
Yeah.
that never saw the other two movies or
Yeah, which
realized
one, like-
it, so they're
Part of
watching all
You're
3.
you're in the dark on that movie.
Part that I did like is that they like Shyamalan used footage that he didn't use from Unbreakable in this movie. Like,
Right.
Was it like
with
the
this-
bedroom scene?
yeah,
Was that
like
the thing?
that's not
Okay,
in, that's
okay.
not in the movie.
So I was
And
like,
so
man,
I-
that kid looks just like his son in the movie, but younger. I was like, oh wait, yeah, they're pulling footage from the old
yeah,
movie.
I thought that was really cool that he was able to do that.
You could tell his son's not into acting still because he was not the best
Yeah.
actor in that movie.
Yeah. But yeah, for me, it was all about the performances of
Mhm.
like Bruce Willis, Samuel L. Jackson,
Mm-hmm.
and
Oh yeah, it was a great trio.
James
McAvoy.
McAvoy. Thank you. They were all so good in it, and James McAvoy, like being able to do what he does in that movie and in Split,
Oh yeah,
is just insane for me to think about.
20 different characters.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it's so good.
Sarah Paulson was great.
Yeah,
I mean, anything she's in is gonna be good. Anyways.
Yeah. It's good stuff. So I'm a fan, but I like I even like Shyamalan's movies that like people are like that's freaking terrible. Like I enjoy Signs, and
You liked Avatar, the last.
I
Airbender?
did not see I did not see Avatar. I didn't
Nobody liked it.
I didn't see Avatar or After Earth, so I guess I can't say I like all of his
After
movies.
Earth was good for visual effects when they were good.
But I think Glass was really good.
I don't understand why critics are like all like upset about it. It has like I mean, Rotten Tomatoes. You should never follow Rotten Tomatoes, but when they're right, they're usually right. When they're wrong, they're usually. I mean, when they're going against,
Yeah,
they're usually wrong.
Yeah.
It has like a 33% on Rotten Tomatoes.
that's really low.
Then I
I'd
looked
say.
at like IMDb and all that. Everyone gives it like 4 or 5 stars. Like, I don't know.
If you're a fan of Unbreakable and Split, like you have to finish. Like it's worth
Yeah.
seeing. If you didn't like those other two movies, I don't know why you would even like bother with this
Mhm.
one.
You'd be lost.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Have you been reading anything recently, Jared?
No.
We're the only guys that read comic books here, so
No,
now that Seth's not here.
I've been catching up on old issues of Doom Patrol
Okay.
and Fantastic Four, but I
Alright.
haven't read any new books. No,
Well, you read the Metal series.
I did.
The Batman Who Laughs has his own series now, and it is probably one of the most amazing things I have ever read.
Is it?
Yes.
Who's the
It
writer?
is. Snyder.
Oh, really?
He pretty much took over for Justice League.
Okay.
Anything that spun off of Metal, really.
Yeah. Then that's probably pretty good. Then I didn't know. It was
Yeah.
him.
Because I don't know if this is a true thing in the comic books about the Joker. I don't know if you knew it. The real reason why Batman won't kill the Joker is because he has like a toxin in his bloodstream that if he kills him, it disperses to whoever kills him.
I don't know if I agree with that.
Okay, because pretty much it's his Joker formula to make people like go crazy and all that is like in him. So that's like a reason why Batman is never like.
Is that
officially
something
killed.
that they have said in other issues besides the?
It's been brought up in this a couple times.
Okay.
Which it kind of makes sense. Gives him a good reason not to have to kill him.
Yeah. But Batman wouldn't kill anybody. Anyway.
I mean, he has, I think, accidentally. He did in Batman vs Superman.
Well,
I know that's a. But do you know anything about James Gordon's son, James?
No.
Did you know
like,
he had a son?
Yeah.
Okay.
For some reason, both of Jim Gordon's kids are his daughter's named after his wife and his son's named after him.
Yeah.
It's really weird.
Okay, because there's like some connection that his son was involved with some psychotic.
Oh
things.
yeah,
Kinda
his son
okay.
is locked up in a mental institution. For
Okay, I didn't know if that because I just finally learned that while reading this like the last 2 issues,
Yeah.
and he's a big part in this whole plot of
Oh.
against Gotham. I'll give you the first around the
I
third
never
one.
knew she had a brother,
Oh, she, yeah, sorry.
Barbara.
But yeah, it's really good. It's a very good read. It's about a Batman on not a multiverse, but like if you flipped Earth upside down, like an under darker universe. And
Stranger Things.
Stranger, actually, that's kind of what it is. And it's anything Batman. Yeah, it's pretty much Batman induced with the toxins of the Joker, laughing gas, and all that. And there's like an evil, like an evil Doomsday version of Batman. There's like an evil Aquaman version. So like a dark side of Batman as different characters. Like there's an evil Batman, Flash, technically Bruce Wayne, I guess.
Yeah.
It was a really good read.
When's the Joaquin Phoenix Joker movie coming out?
November?
November?
Yeah, I think so.
That sounds right.
November, October. It's gonna be a holiday movie. But other than comic books, there's nothing else big right now. That's all I have to say. Justice League's really good. The pick on TV shows with DC and Marvel stuff right now. Suicide Squad Doom Patrol just came out yesterday on the DC Universe app. It is awesome. It has, oh god,
Brendan Fraser
Brandon Fraser.
and
Who plays Mr.
Matt Bomber.
That plays Mr. Nobody, right?
He's a Negative Man,
Negative Man. Then
and the chief is Timothy Dalton.
who's the pilot from
Huh.
Firefly? He
Okay.
plays Mr. Nobody.
Oh, Mr. Nobody's in it.
Yeah, but as of
Oh.
now, he is just a commentator.
Oh, okay.
Well, narrator, not
Narrator,
commentator.
Interesting.
So yeah, which is because I know Mr. Nobody's like doesn't. I don't know. I looked up pictures and he's not what you think. I don't know. He looks like nothing really
Yeah,
in a way.
Well, I won't get into his backstory, but Mr. Nobody's been a character who was in like the original issues of Doom Patrol, but as a different character,
Okay.
and then he eventually became Mr. Nobody.
Okay. But yeah, if you did not like Titans on that app, this will be
See,
a completely different change of pace in a good way.
the actor that played in Rogue One is the robot.
Yeah, K2.
Okay. And
Oh,
then
Alan Tudyk.
Yeah, him.
Yeah.
they're saying he's in the new Rogue One series
Oh, yeah.
because it's a prequel.
I mean, I would hope
How
so.
they met.
Yeah, that'd be good because
Yep.
I like him.
Yeah, he
He's
was
the
a good
pirate
droid.
and dodgeball.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
It took me. Nobody knew who he was until like the very end when he shaved all of his hair off and took the pirate off. Like, who's that? See the pirate? What? I don't remember that guy. What is it? Umbrella Academy came out on Netflix. I've
Yeah.
heard great things about that. Those are Doom Patrol and Umbrella Academy are great for any comic book fans that don't want something new that is comic book related that you'll go into having no idea what it's about, and I'm pretty sure you'll be satisfied with both of them.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to watching both of them. I have not had a chance to yet. Waiting for the Oscars to end, basically.
Yep. Really quick, there are 4 new animated series that are being added to Hulu that are Marvel properties.
Really?
Yes.
Good lord.
Let me look it up. There's a MODOK, which for people who don't know who MODOK is, it's an acronym for man-made organism designed only for killing, which is pretty much a big head with little tiny arms and feet hanging
Yeah, he
out.
floats around. He's the start, like the
It
shows
is-
for
yes.
him.
Patton Oswalt is supposed to be writing
Oh,
that,
no.
and he's doing the voice for her, which I think that's a
Alright,
good
that-
choice. I
that's
love
perfect.
Patton Oswalt.
Yep.
Howard the Duck is one of those.
Oh no.
Kevin Smith is supposed to write this, which Kevin Smith is a great writer. I think he's
Yeah.
gonna do great with this one. There's a Hit Monkey. I don't know much about Hit Monkey.
I've never even heard of him.
Marvel's Hit Monkey tells the tale of a wrong Japanese snow monkey mentored by the ghost of an American assassin as he cuts a wide swath through the Tokyo underground in this darkly cinematic and brutally funny revenge saga.
This is a cartoon?
Yes.
I'm gonna pass on that.
And Tigra and Dazzler, these are all supposed to meet up and they're going to be
Who in
called
Dazzler?
Tigra and Dazzler.
Oh, okay.
And these are all supposed to meet up as a team, I guess, and be called the Offenders. And this is it's gonna be adult oriented, especially when you have people like Patton Oswalt, Kevin Smith doing it. I'm excited because Patton Oswalt's involved and Kevin Smith. Josh Gordon, I don't know who that is.
Josh Gordon is a musician.
Okay, he's supposed to do Hit
And a
Monkey,
football.
I guess. Yeah. Jeff Loeb, I don't know who. Jeff with
That
a
name sounds
PH.
really familiar. Oh, he's a writer.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's pretty much
He's a comic
overseeing.
book writer.
Okay, he's pretty much overseeing all this as an executive producer.
Okay.
So if he's a comic book writer, then I
Yeah.
have faith in this series. So that'll be fun. So that's something to look forward to. So I guess pretty much Hulu's taking the mantle from Netflix. Like, hey, here's these 4 properties that we're just going to throw into one team
Until Disney's.
until it gets canceled for some stupid, unexplained reason. So we will see how that goes.
Okay.
I'm excited for it. Really quick, I'm trying to rush to the Oscar stuff because I know we all have lots of things to say about that. Ben Affleck has officially said that he will not be playing Batman. He tried to direct it and he said he couldn't just crack it, so he's bowing out of it. There's been a lot of rumors of who said, I don't know if it's being serious or not, but people who've said, hey, I would take the mantle of Batman. I heard.
It'll be the new Twilight.
Yeah,
Yeah.
What's his name?
Robert.
Robert
Robert
Pattinson
Pattinson?
Yes.
said, which, I mean, I think it's weird that he's going from a vampire to a Batman.
He's too
so
pretty.
bad to bet.
What?
He's too pretty to be Batman.
Where's a mask, man?
I've heard John Hamm has. I mean, I think
He's
these are
too
more
old.
tweets that
He's
are like,
too
"Hey, I'll take out the mantle of Batman."
Yeah, he definitely looks more like Superman.
I mean, I would like. I mean, it'd be interesting to see him.
Yeah, I don't have anything against John
He's a
Hamm.
good actor.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I just think he's a little too old, especially for
Um,
what they're
Gordon.
especially for what they're trying to do. Because what I've heard is it's not going to be Batman year 1, but it's supposed to be a younger Batman.
Like,
And
not a complete origin, but like just the roots.
Mhm.
I've seen. Oh my god, one of the Jonas Brothers. That's an actor. He's like, "I'll be a Batman." I'm like, no.
I mean, who wouldn't want to be Batman?
I know.
Like,
I want to do it for the. They
Can
want
I-
to do it for the paycheck.
Can
That's
I
what it
throw
really
my
comes
name
down
into
to.
the ring? Like, I'll get in shape for Batman. Like, nah,
Let's
I
not get
probably
carried
won't.
away.
We're gonna start this. Right. We're gonna
I mean,
start
Bill
this right now.
Murray
Too
was
pretty.
Bill Murray was supposed to be the original Batman before Michael Keaton was cast. So
Really?
yeah.
I don't know if I could take that seriously, especially after like Meatballs and all that.
Well, I mean, back then Michael Keaton was known as a comedic actor, and that's what Tim
There's
Burton was
talks
looking
that
at
they want to bring Michael Keaton back.
for Batman Beyond.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which I'm okay with
Yeah,
that.
that would be neat.
Yeah.
Yes, it would.
Or well, there's supposed to be an animated film in the works for Batman Beyond. So even as a voice actor, I'm okay
Yeah.
with that too. Actually, I found a list. I'm going to try and look it up, but we can move on to the next one. I found a list of actors that, an article that could play, which I agree with most of them, that could play Batman. But also, oh my gosh, what's his name? Feige, the executive producer who oversees all the films and Marvel movies.
Mhm.
He said that they are going to look for a new Wolverine. And there's been some rumors about who would want to play Wolverine. Daniel Radcliffe is rumored to
Ugh.
possibly. I saw a picture. It actually looks pretty good. And I really can't complain about it much. Tom Hardy has been suggested, which
Yeah,
he
I've
just
heard
did
that.
Venom. He's
Oh,
been
yeah.
Bane. Like, I mean, it sounds cool. I kind of want them to go in the direction to who he actually is in the comics, a 5'2" superhero.
Danny DeVito.
Dan DeVito,
Oh,
that'd be
yeah, he's not
great.
doing anything.
During the Super
He's
Bowl,
just an
I said
M&M.
if I don't see Danny DeVito in a single commercial, I'm gonna be pissed.
There's been some other. I mean, I can't find. I'm gonna find this article about Batman though. I don't know. I don't think they should jump on a Wolverine right away, especially when you've had a guy play Wolverine for the last 15 years.
Well, I think they would need to figure out a lot of stuff before they started casting Wolverine, because like Logan was so good,
Oh yeah.
and for them to be like for them to follow up a Wolverine story, they would have to have something really, really good. Like if it fails, then it's done. Like they wouldn't continue
They
it.
wouldn't go with a solo Wolverine right away though.
Right, but I'm just saying, like,
But yeah.
if it, like you would need a reason to like have him in this, like he would have to be an integral part of the story like wouldn't want to just like throw, oh, and there's Wolverine. Like you would have to make sure like it's a storyline that has a big
character.
part
Is it
of
gonna
it.
be more of a flashback?
I don't know if it'll have anything to do with the Hugh Jackman Wolverine. I would imagine it probably won't.
I doubt it's gonna be a continuation of the Fox properties.
Yeah.
It'll just be like a
It's a
probably
reboot.
it would be a soft reboot because that's the thing now. Which brings me to the next movie. Suicide Squad 2 is supposed to be written and Suicide 2 lightly for the 2 is supposed to be directed and written by James Gunn, who got fired from doing Guardians of the Galaxy because tweets were pulled up 15 years ago. That's supposed to be a soft reboot as well.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Which, because everyone's all up in arms about reboots, but now they're like soft reboot, which makes it no
They can
different
get
than a
away with
reboot.
it.
Yeah.
We couldn't get all the actors back, but we got most of them.
Well, that's kind of like when they did G.I. Joe, like the sequel. Like, it wasn't really a reboot or a sequel. It was like a soft reboot because they killed off Channing Tatum like the first 5 minutes of that. Like, now we got The Rock. Because everything's better than The Rock, though. Which is a fact.
You're right.
Except, I don't know. I didn't like Jumanji, but that was me. So yeah, that's pretty much news on nerd stuff with comics. Anything else you guys have? Star
No.
Wars or whatever worth mentioning? Because we're all here for the Oscars. You got nothing, Bill? All right. Well, Star Wars wrapped up shooting episode 9.
Waiting for a title reveal.
Title reveal or a trailer, because god damn it, it's been too long. That's my first curse word of the day, sorry.
The IMDb has been driving me nuts with the new thing that they're doing. It's like what we know so far, because they always draw me in to watch them, and they tell me nothing
Nothing
new.
new.
Like a 10-minute
I'm
video.
like, yeah, I'm
It's
like,
like that
this,
dude you were showing us earlier, it's like every
That-
5 minutes.
I'm like, I already knew all this.
Who
IMDb.
is Ray's parents?
Yeah.
And
It's just him saying,
It's-
who's
it's-
his
then it's
parents?
him in a cape.
No, I'm
or
asking.
something.
I have no
Yeah,
idea.
in a robe. It's him in a robe.
It's a rhetorical question, really, by this point.
But yeah,
Yeah.
no, I've got nothing else as far as that stuff goes.
All right, well, let's just jump into the Oscars. There's a lot of. Well, let's start out with Black Panther. Black Panther at the Golden Globes won Best. Did it win?
I don't even remember.
It won that. Oh God.
Here, I got it somewhere here.
Well, it won the SAG Awards for Best,
Yeah, and
Ensemble.
ensemble, yeah.
which I don't follow those. So I mean, it's a good thing, obviously, because that sounds like it's the award to win.
I mean, it had a for the SAG Awards. I mean, it's all about the actors. It's
Yeah.
the Screen Actors Guild. So for Black
That's-
Panther to get the win for Best Ensemble, which I think it does deserve.
Oh yeah,
it has
yeah,
a really
great,
good cast.
amazing actors. in the
Angela
movie.
Bassett and Forrest Whitaker, like alone with the star power they carry, and then everybody else.
Yeah, but when we were talking about the Oscars, not one actor or actress is nominated for.
Right,
True.
because it's not like
It's more
Like Michael B.
quality
Jordan
than
didn't have like
quantity.
the best role, yeah, but combined,
Exactly.
they did a really good job. But
yeah.
it is the only Best Picture nomination that not one actor or actress was nominated. So
And that happens
with that
a lot
said,
of movies. Not a lot, but here and there you'll see that.
Yeah, but with that said, are they worthy of having the Best Picture title?
Oh no, I would say no. I don't think they
That's
should.
why
I don't think so.
I think
Thank you for saying it first.
I think as a huge Marvel fan of the MCU, I think Black Panther might be the most overrated MCU movie. I feel like they're finally catching up with, was it 2 years ago, how there's like no black actor nominees for anything, so they're finally getting around to that. Not saying like none of those actors are good or anything, it's just I don't know, I feel like they're jumping on the bandwagon way too much with this, and it's too much of a public opinion about, hey, this is a great movie. This made $1 billion, so let's just
It's
throw it in
political.
here.
It didn't. It
Yeah,
didn't. It
in
didn't,
a way it is.
It
Not
didn't win
heavily,
the
but-
Golden Globe.
Okay.
It was nominated, but it didn't win.
Obviously, it's a very successful movie. If
Yeah.
you look at
Oh,
the
yeah.
box office numbers, you compare theirs to the other movies that were nominated for Best Picture combined.
Blew them all
They
out.
blew them out over $100 million more than the other movies combined.
Yeah.
Now,
It's crazy.
with Roma being a Netflix exclusive, it doesn't
Yeah.
really add to it, but still, it would only be 50 million maybe
Yeah.
on a good day. So I saw it probably
No,
like 20.
I don't think Black Panther deserves to be nominated. I don't even think it's the best Marvel movie.
So why is it the first superhero movie nominated?
Yeah,
Public
politics.
opinion.
Yeah, it's all.
Because I think last year they wanted to try and introduce a new category, which was pretty much public opinion. Like, what did everybody
Right,
like
it was-
as a population?
It was Best
It's a
Popular Film.
platform.
That's one of the many things that the Academy announced that they were going to do, and
Oh
then
my
there
God.
was outrage.
Yeah.
And I said, never
Never
mind.
mind.
That's
Yeah.
not a good idea. We can get
Yeah,
to the
there's-
rest later.
Yeah.
That's one of the many.
Touching on Golden Globes though, really quick, because I mean, there's not much to really talk about that. Batman Enter the Spider-Verse got
Batman
nominated.
Into the
Sorry,
Spider-Verse?
That's the
That-
sequel.
That's the
That-
sequel.
Spider-Man. Spider-Man
That's
Enter
the
the
soft
Spider.
reboot.
It is the soft. Spider-Man Enter the Spider-Verse won Best Animated
God,
Film.
could you imagine Batman going into the Spider-Verse?
I mean, it's possible.
I can imagine that.
There's many universes out there,
It's not that difficult.
which I think is honestly the best movie to pick, even over Incredibles 2.
Oh yeah, I think Spider-Man will
You-
win best animated.
Have you seen Spider-Man?
Yeah, I took
Oh.
Logan to see it again.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
Oh yeah. So good. If I had one complaint about it, it was that it didn't spend enough time. I wanted to see more of the other Spider-Men and women.
I think that saved it though because it was
Yeah, thank
it was Miles' story though, and in a
Yeah.
way they didn't want to like overshadow that. Which
I
I
get
agree.
it. I just think that like
I want to see more Spider-Ham to be honest.
Spider-Ham
More than
was
anybody else, I
hilarious.
want to see that hammer going
Like,
out whacking them.
yeah, he was really funny, and like Nicolas Cage as
Yes.
Spider-Man Noir was really funny.
With the Rubik's cube.
Yeah, the Rubik's Cube was
I'm gonna
hilarious.
take this square thing with me.
And I get they were just kind of like comic relief or whatever, but like
Yeah,
I thought they added a lot to the story. Like
Yeah,
It's a big
I
part of
like-
comic books.
I mean, action story. I mean, oh man, I think that's my favorite Spider-Man movie,
Oh, I think yeah,
easily.
the trailer for Far From Home looks pretty good though.
It does.
Oh, excuse me.
So do you just want to jump to Oscar? What do you
So
have?
I know we talked about Star Wars, Star Trek, and the Picard series, but breaking news because
Oh.
of the Picard series. Star Trek's William Shatner reveals he would return as Kirk for a new series.
Of course he would.
I would.
So that's breaking news today.
I think he's still upset that they asked Leonard Nimoy to come back for the Star Trek movies and not him. It's like, sorry, no. So yeah, we can just go into the Oscars here. So I think that the Oscars this year are kind of screwed up. Like to
Yep.
put it simply, like
Well, there's
a
two
lot of the
movies-
nominations, I won't say are undeserving, but I think that the Academy has been like so beaten down by all these people saying nobody sees these movies you're nominating. Like,
Yep.
why can't you have more popular movies? Blah blah
They're
blah.
bending over backwards for people to watch it.
Yeah, but yeah, that's exactly what it is. But like, that's also causing them, I think, to lose even more integrity. I don't think they had a whole lot of integrity in my mind to begin with, but I think that this has caused them to lose even more. And as I'm looking at the list, like Black Panther is the main one that stands out. I didn't see Bohemian Rhapsody, but from what I've
It's-
heard, it sounds like it doesn't deserve to be
It doesn't
nominated either.
deserve.
I think that it deserved a Best Actor
Okay,
nomination,
that's
but
fair.
Best Movie.
It did
no.
win Best Picture for Golden Globes,
Yeah,
which
which
I was
is-
like, I mean, Golden Globes are very loose.
I think
but
that's-
still,
It's all about diversity.
Yeah.
If you look
Yeah.
at the list.
I think the Academy needs to acknowledge that things exist like the People's Choice Awards, like the Golden Globes. That should take off pressure from the Academy to appease these people.
MTV Movie Awards.
yeah.
I'm just kidding.
Kids'
Well,
choice.
No, but really,
Yeah,
Yeah.
But Bohemian Rhapsody
Oh, yeah.
is a very fun movie to watch.
Yeah.
I
It's a toe tackle the
enjoyed
entire
it.
way through.
Yeah, but as far as Best Picture, no, it would be a winner for like the MTV Movie Awards.
I think the last half hour at the Live Aid was like definitely like the best part of that movie.
I
To,
have
like
an
reenact
it's-
that.
I have an
It's
idea.
reenacted.
I think that every movie should have that scene in it, and it would be nominated for Best Picture.
Yeah.
If you put that in the middle of Bambi, it would be fantastic, and it doesn't have to make sense. Even if you put it in the middle of Roma,
I like it already,
it
yes,
might make
yeah.
it watchable.
so
So, did you watch the original Live Aid?
I've seen it 100 times, and
I have not.
It was spot on.
I wish they did the whole thing.
Well,
It's
and the
only a
special
20-minute
features-
set.
Special features. There's more of it.
Oh yeah,
Crazy little thing called Love. And
yeah, they cut that
it's-
one out.
I
Yeah,
don't even know that.
yeah, it's great.
I'll
Yes,
check
they
it out.
probably did what, like 10 minutes of it.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's like spot on. But yeah, you add that to the end of any movie.
so what else do we think doesn't deserve to be nominated? Anything else?
Roma.
What? Has anybody else seen Roma?
No.
Okay.
The trailer put me to sleep just watching.
Yeah,
I'll be
so
honest.
I won't like. Not that there's much to spoil, to be completely honest. But like,
What's the plot? Tell me what the
Yeah,
plot is.
no,
I watched
this-
it last night. I don't know what the plot is.
after the movie ended, I'm not one to like go on Facebook and like post things, or whatever. But like, I almost went on there and just was like, can someone please explain to me why Roma is a good movie?
Yeah.
Because like,
Because it's in black and white? Cool.
it's shot beautifully. I told Jimmy
Yeah,
this already.
yeah.
If it wins
Logan
anything,
black and white
it
is
should
probably better.
win. Yeah, it should
Yeah.
win best cinematography because
I-
it looks beautiful
Yeah,
and
it is
and
really cool.
The wow, I'm gonna lose terminology. I'm gonna forget all the terminology. But like, just every shot that's set up, it's a lot of panning. Like the camera doesn't move a whole lot. It just goes from side to side. But it looks really good. But like, as far as best picture material goes, like,
That's the artsy pick,
yeah,
right?
Yeah.
Right. They've got to have
That's
like one
part of
really
your
artsy.
diversity.
yeah.
Yeah.
I
that-
just-
Part
that's
of the
it.
mix.
It didn't do anything for me. Like it didn't make me feel sympathy. Like I hated the kids.
Oh my god.
I hated
Pick
the
up
kids.
after yourself, right?
Yeah.
You're a kid hater.
Like no, like these kids were the
So-
worst kids, and then the mom gets mad at them. I'm like, it's your fault. Like they're
Yeah,
your
you're a
kids.
terrible mother.
Like, and like so I'm just like enraged for part of it, and
Yeah.
then like I don't feel bad for the main character because she just doesn't do anything. So I'm
Especially
just
act.
like, yeah.
Yeah, so for those who haven't
Is
seen
this
it,
out to rent?
It's on Netflix.
It's on Netflix.
Oh, okay.
It'll probably
And that's
be
the
out there
only
next
redeeming
sometime.
quality for this movie is that it was easy to watch.
Yeah.
But it's about this maid in Mexico in the 70s. She takes care of 4 kids and a husband and wife and a grandmother, I guess, an abuela. And is that right?
Yeah.
And yeah, not to give too much away, but
There's turmoil. There's
yes,
strife.
the family has struggles. She has struggles in her personal life, and it's about a year
Yeah.
span. And
Yeah.
the writer and director, this is about, he was one of the kids. This is
Oh, see, I didn't know that.
okay, so this is a true story. He grew up in Mexico. His family's maid was it's dedicated to her. I forget her actual name.
Oh yeah, yeah.
It's not Cleo, but so this is about his memory of childhood. That's why it's shot in black and white. This is why like it's very specific.
Actually sounds interesting.
Yeah, it's his very.
Well, when you put that, when you add that to it,
Yeah.
that makes
Yeah.
it sound better.
That's
Yeah.
somebody did the research, but it's his very specific memories. That's why it's in black and white, and like very specific things are in each shot. With that said, has anybody ever brought out like a photo album to show you pictures of something? My opinion, if I'm not in it, I don't care. I don't care about this director's memories from when he was a child, a spoiled brat with a maid in Mexico. You know, if you had a great dream last night, I don't want to hear about it either. If I wasn't involved, I don't care. So, and it's in Mexico. There's subtitles. Okay, not a fan of subtitles, and I'll tell you why.
No.
Not because I can barely read, but mainly because
Talk so fast.
it takes away from the actor's abilities.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
like
their
authenticity of the
their
movie.
delivery is it's totally shot. I don't know if they delivered it well or not. I'm hearing my voice reading the words.
Yeah.
It's not good.
The
I'm not
context
an
of
actor.
there's no context for the tone that they're trying to deliver
Right.
to you.
Exactly. And I'm watching the bottom third of the screen. A lot of times I don't even get to appreciate the footage up top.
This movie in particular, there was actually a part where, and this I don't mind subtitles. I've watched a lot of foreign films, but there was a part in this movie in particular where I had to take a second and like, who's saying this? Because it was like
hospital?
it was it was a really wide shot. It was with the kids running through the fields,
Oh, yeah.
and I was like, I can't see their mouths moving.
Right.
You're not telling me like the voice. I don't know this character well enough to know their voice. Like
Right.
I have no idea who's saying this line.
It was bad.
Yeah,
It was bad.
it-
And this was the main actress. This was her first job. This was her first acting
Oh.
job ever, and it shows.
Nick Fox.
Oh, it wasn't good.
I think it should win best cinematography, but other than that, I don't.
Director.
I think there's better
I
things
think-
for best director. I think
it maybe. I think he was nominated for best original screenplay. So
yeah,
I think that might be it. It's nominated for 10 things, tied
Yeah.
with The Favorite. So that's a
well,
close
I don't know if I would agree with best original screenplay for it.
I would have to see the other.
Going
movies.
against The Favorite and First Reformed. First Reformed was really good.
Oh, and Vice.
Yeah.
If you want to jump into Vice, I think that
Yeah.
the way Adam McKay is rewriting history, I think that
Right.
this is like the second of a series, a comical history.
What's he done before this?
The
The
Big
Wall
Short.
Street. Yeah.
Oh,
The Big
Oh,
Short,
The Big
like
Short.
it's shot very similar.
okay. Yeah, I still need to see that.
It's a very serious thing that happened in history. He's got a very comical take on it. And if you look at Adam McKay's history, he's done what, Anchorman
Yeah.
Yeah.
and
Step Brothers.
and stuff like that. And
Did
now
he
he does
do
like
Other
a serious
Guys?
movie about an important part of history.
Did he do? No, he didn't do Ant-Man. Who did Ant-Man? Was that Ant-Man?
No.
No.
Oh, he was.
He
no.
did Ant-Man and
Did he do
Did he
Ant-Man?
do
as well?
Ant-Man?
yeah, he did.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's
so-
done a mix of things then.
Yeah, so coming from that to these movies, it's amazing he can do both. And it was very interesting. I think Christian Bale is amazing in everything he does.
Do you think he'll win Best Actor?
If
Not
the guy
after
that
his
played
same comment.
Oh, Freddie
Mercury.
Mercury.
Freddie
yeah.
Mercury doesn't. It's between those two, I would say.
Yeah.
But yeah, Christian Bale is just great.
Yeah. What about Sam Rockwell as
Bush.
Bush?
They made him look very, very silly.
Yeah.
He's eating in every scene. There's food all over his
He's
face.
choking
He's
a
very.
pretzel watching a football game.
It was the other one.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's right.
Yeah, they make him look very dumb. But
Yeah.
it's comical and
I
was good.
I will see that eventually.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to watch it before next Sunday.
I think this was Amy Adams' 6th nomination. She still hasn't won
Really?
anything. So
She's
I don't know if she'll win
due
for
for
this.
something. She'll be the next Leonardo DiCaprio. I was like, I don't even know.
I don't think she will either. One of the
think-
girls from The Favorite or
Absolutely.
Regina Kill from King from If Beale Street Could Talk will win.
Yeah, if you want to jump to The Favorite,
Yeah.
segue there, Jared. The Favorite had 3 main actresses, and they all knocked it out of the park.
And they
I
all
thought
throw
they
up
were
at some point in time.
They do, which is so weird. Did you end up watching that one?
I did. I watched it last night.
Okay. Yeah, I really enjoyed that one. That was a surprise for me. I didn't think I was
So-
gonna like it. I don't like that time period.
And that Renaissance kind of stuff.
It's
Yeah.
like early 1700s, late
Yeah.
1600s.
Based in England.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
okay.
a true story. It's based on a true story.
Queen Anne.
Yeah.
Um,
I
she-
think.
it was
Oh, go
very
ahead. Sorry.
She was very interesting. Olivia Colman plays the Queen. She does a great job. I think she should definitely win Best Actress. The other 2 are supporting actresses, and I think either one will win.
like that'll be
Also,
a
10
Oscar.
nominations.
Yeah.
Little thing in there that I really enjoyed was the music. Do you notice the music was playing constantly during the whole movie?
Yeah.
Just like a soft like piano.
They have like best score now.
I think it's supposed
I
to.
don't even know if they do. I really enjoyed
I
it.
honestly think it's supposed to start annoying us because it annoys her. Like I think it's supposed to get to a
Probably,
point where you're
yeah.
just like,
It's almost suspenseful, but it's annoying at the same time.
Yeah,
It's like a
yeah,
ding,
yeah.
ding, ding, yeah.
Got best film editing.
It
What
definitely.
about costumes?
Well, it uses a lot-
I'm
not
sure.
score.
more with cinematography. It uses a lot of fisheye lenses,
Mhm.
which you don't see very much,
Oh.
and
I
it,
like that.
and it's really cool. Like
Okay.
you're like the
Tastefully
first
done.
shot, of it, you're like, this looks really weird. But then you see a shot when they're out shooting guns, and you're like, oh, this adds like a lot to the scene. Like you can see everything.
Yeah, I feel like I'm there.
Yeah, it was
Cool.
really cool.
It got me very intrigued because the role of the Queen was so interesting to me. I read her entire Wikipedia page, which I probably learned in school, but I didn't remember any of it. This woman was pregnant 17 times in
Holy
a span
crap.
of 16 years. It
Flyers,
is
twins.
amazing. And in the movie, every time a kid dies, she bought a rabbit to
Yeah.
replace it. So
Yeah.
now there's like 17 rabbits jumping
I
around
was
the
just-
whole movie, so it was kind of weird. But I'm not going to take up the entire time by talking about her pregnancies, but it's extremely interesting.
Sure.
The longest one lived for 11 years. The other ones were like 2 years, a couple days. It was,
To not at all.
yeah, very, very, very interesting.
Is that a long movie? Like a 2-hour?
It's two.
They're all
it's
about-
almost 2 hours.
I know
It's
they're
not quite
all
2 hours.
pretty darn long.
They're all about like 2:15, so
Yeah. Okay.
not unbearable.
The thing with The Favorite is that I think it's opening. I like the fact that the Academy picked The Favorite as the Best Picture nominee. I personally don't think it's this director's best movie, but it is a good enough movie to be nominated. But I like the idea that this director who's been working for a while, who has not received award recognition by the Academy whatsoever, is finally getting his dues, and it reminds me of 3 Billboards, from last year with Martin McDonagh.
Mhm.
He's a director who's been working for a while and makes really good movies, in my opinion, but has never received recognition from the Academy. And so I'm really glad that like they're starting to acknowledge that like there's not this mainstream. There are these group of non-mainstream directors who are making really good movies, but aren't necessarily getting the publicity
Yeah.
or the public
Like
opinion
that
to back
payoff.
them up. Yeah,
I think this was the lowest box office number too.
I believe
so,
it.
So I mean, here's a movie that nobody heard of, nobody saw.
It's
And
a
that-
sleeper.
That's typically what people talk about when it comes to the Academy Awards. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, I haven't even heard any of these movies.
Yeah.
Well, maybe you should.
Yeah.
There's a problem there because
Yeah.
these are the best movies throughout the year.
Yeah.
So.
yeah. If you want other things by this guy, I didn't see his last movie, which was The Killing of a Sacred Deer. But before that, he made The Lobster, which was really good.
It's on
Very
Netflix.
nice.
And-
It has a lot of the same women in it.
Yeah. And then before that, the movie I saw before that, I don't remember what language it's in because this guy is clearly not American. His name is Yorgos Lanthimos, whatever. Was called Dogtooth, which is really entertaining. So I would recommend any of those by that guy.
Yeah, very talented.
I agree. What's next? Green? You want to do Green Book?
Let's do Green Book.
Okay, go for it.
Who's okay? This movie is about a black musician in the 60s who wants to take a tour through Deep South and kind of needs a driver and a bodyguard, played by Viggo Mortensen. And it's actually partly written by Viggo Mortensen's character's son, which I think is very interesting.
Yeah.
And he's been in a bunch of movies as an actor, a bunch of pretty bad movies. And
Well, the guy who Viggo Mortensen plays has been in.
Right.
Yeah.
He's
Oh,
been
is that
in
who
a
you're
movie.
talking about?
Well, no, his son.
Oh yeah.
But both have been in movies.
Yeah.
So it was entertaining, kind of predictable. They tried to portray the black struggle in the Deep South in the 60s, but it was all shot by white people, and it kind of shows
One of the Farrelly
it-
brothers, nonetheless.
Yeah, so that's the other thing. This is the guy that did Dumb and Dumber.
There's
There's
something
something
about
about Mary.
Oh, wow.
He's the director.
Yeah,
Just
and
one of the
Wicked
brothers,
Shell
not
How.
both of them.
Yeah.
Stuck on You.
Now you're going to the terrible ones.
That deserved better recognition.
This is the same guy, and
Yeah.
he did this movie, which was good.
opposite side of the coin there for sure.
Yeah,
but,
but same thing with Adam McKay. Like, how do they go from such slapstick comedies to
yeah.
a serious movie?
Yeah.
It's interesting the range he has, I guess, but I didn't think it was bad. I thought it was entertaining. It's just kind of predictable.
I really liked like the last 20 minutes to a half an hour. Like when they show up to like their final destination.
Uh-huh.
From that
Yeah.
point on, I really liked the movie.
Yeah.
Leading up to that point, it had some good scenes. Viggo Mortensen was very entertaining.
Yeah,
I
he
love
did a
the
good job.
I love the pizza. He just takes a whole
He takes an
pizza,
entire pizza, folds it in half like a
and just
taco.
starts eating it.
I guess that's
That's
true.
my
though. You
dream.
can actually do that. So
I would love to do that.
Yeah, so like he was good. He was really funny in it.
I thought
and
the story was good, but the acting was great.
yeah, I would agree with
Safe to
that.
say.
Yeah, I can't think of the guy Marshala Ali. I don't know how to
Yeah.
say his name.
Yeah.
He was really good in it too.
Yeah, I think he's a very good actor. My favorite actor in this movie is Sebastian Maniscalco.
Oh, the comedian.
He is hilarious.
Yeah.
If you haven't seen his stand-up, there's 2 specials on Netflix. He's got a movie coming out with Martin Scorsese.
Oh, I didn't know. Oh yeah, is he in?
He's
What's it called?
I can't think of it.
I know what you're talking about, but yeah.
But anyways,
yeah.
this is my new favorite guy. He's
Oh
been,
yeah, that guy's crazy.
he's been working in the stand-up scene forever, and finally he's getting some recognition. He does a bit on Chipotle. You can look it up on YouTube. I've watched it like 25 times already. It's hilarious. But
Oh, it's food talk.
yeah, he's pretty good. I like that guy. The movie was good, but that's another one. Is it Best Picture? I don't know. It was fun.
I mean,
The acting was good.
if you look at every movie that came out in 2018 and you're picking 10 movies, which is the max that the Academy can have, that one might not make the cut. Yeah, it might not make the cut.
Yeah, and this year they only picked 7, and it didn't. So
Yeah. 8. There's 8.
is there?
Yeah.
Okay. I saw
Did anybody else see Green Book? Did you see Green Book?
No,
I didn't.
I've only seen like the popular ones.
We already still talked about Bohemian
How
Rhapsody.
about Black Klansman?
I enjoyed that very much.
I thought it was an entertaining story, very interesting story that
Oh, yeah.
actually happened.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like that whole last half hour was like nuts.
Yeah, pretty much a black guy joins the Klan. He's an undercover cop.
Yeah, it
I,
was-
and,
I think this one deserves to be nominated.
I think he has the
okay.
potential to win. Possibly.
It has the
Win
potential,
what?
but it probably won't.
Best picture, best picture.
It has the potential, but it probably
Boy,
won't.
I don't know if it has that.
I
kind
could
of
see
potential.
Spike Lee. I could see them finally giving Spike Lee Best Director.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, he'd be the
But
first black guy to ever win Best Director.
is that true?
Yeah, isn't that crazy?
Holy crap!
Yeah, and he's been in the movie scene for the last 3 decades. I
Yeah.
think, so
Yeah.
that is impressive. But the problem I have with Spike Lee is a lot of times they're so black driven.
Mm.
Okay.
Well-
is that the right term? But in this movie, to his
He has an audience, so he's got to.
right. To be fair, it shows how awful the Klan is, which I don't think anybody can argue that.
Yeah.
But at the same time, the other side of the movie is this black organization, very typical or very similar to Black Panthers.
Mm.
I forget what they were called in this movie, something else.
Yeah.
It shows how racist they were at the same time towards white
Oh,
people or
Yeah, the
towards
students in the college.
Yeah.
towards the black police officer. They're like,
Yeah.
oh, you're on the wrong side.
Yeah.
So he does, a little bit of justice there. Shows
Yeah.
both sides of the story, and it's not like race card,
It's
race
not
card, race card.
one-sided. Yeah.
Without this movie, I would not have known that David Duke was still alive because in my mind,
Isn't
I
that
knew,
amazing?
I knew who David Duke was, but
Yeah.
in my mind, he was dead. And then they show him at the end.
Oh
How-
yeah,
how
this
is
guy's
that
still
whole thing-
alive?
How has nobody killed this guy?
Yeah, it's,
It's incredible.
was the end of that movie like a bit too much showing that footage?
I don't
Or
think it was too much.
Okay,
I thought it was.
I think that was most
I didn't
mainly
think
to
it was
bring out
needed.
emotions for people. 'Cause,
Yeah.
Like I was watching with Lauren, my girlfriend. She's like, "Holy crap! Like I've never seen this stuff before." She's like
That
tearing
wasn't
up over there. I was like, "That's some strong stuff to show after this."
that wasn't
Yeah.
in the original cut of the movie.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
No,
It was
he
like,
decided to
that was
add
DVD then only.
Yeah.
it. No, like he,
Oh, okay.
before he
Like a
decided,
last minute
yeah,
kind of
yeah,
thing.
yeah.
I don't know if that needed to be in there
Director's
though.
cut.
And maybe he watched it and said, "Boy, this isn't powerful enough. I should add this in there." It's kind of like a
Kind of hit you.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
Well, from my understanding, it happened like
a week before.
right.
It
Yeah.
So, like,
that
he's
was
like-
almost a year ago.
He
that
was like, I
happened.
need like this needs to be
Yeah,
like-
a year.
my movie takes place in the past, but everything is still relevant. This needs to hammer
And that
that
makes
home.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true.
I think if it wins, it might be because of that part, just to like finally deliver it to you.
I mean, if it wins, I think it's because of Alec Baldwin.
That was a good spot for him. Actually,
What part was that?
Just the first
Oh, that's
5
what I'm-
minutes. He's not in any of the
Then you're like,
movie.
where'd he
except
go?
for, like, yeah, it's so
like,
funny.
why did they have to get Alec Baldwin to do that? But I'll be honest.
I'll do anything for a paycheck.
Yeah, I watched the movie, and I'm watching the main guy, John David Washington. Didn't know who he was,
I like him.
and I'm
Denzel
watching it. And
Washington's
I'm like,
son, yeah.
I'm like, is this guy doing like? Is he trying to do a white voice? Is
I
he
like
tr-
his
is
white
he
voice.
trying
Like,
to?
hey, this is blank.
Yeah, is he trying to intimidate?
Kind of
And,
over delivered it, I thought. But
He's trying to act like Denzel Washington, and I'm like, who is this guy? And I looked it up. I'm like, oh, it's his son.
Yeah.
yeah.
I didn't know that either.
Uh,
But he's been
He's
in,
pretty
he was in 3 movies this year,
Nothing like.
and well, no, he was in the Robert Redford movie, The Old Man and the Gun. He plays a cop,
Mm-hmm.
and he was in.
How was
Um,
that?
I only got through half.
Yeah, so is that good?
That
Yeah.
explains it right
Uh,
now.
it's a lot of Robert Redford talking.
Hmm.
So yeah, and then he's in Man. What's it called?
Man of Steel. That's good.
We can talk about something else. But yeah, he plays a cop in all his movies.
Okay.
But I think he's somebody that you're gonna Monsters and Men. Monsters and Men,
Oh, sounds good.
which was pretty good. It's another like race-centered movie.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think he's talented. I think we're probably gonna see him.
Yeah, there's good more.
Mm-hmm. He's got
Yeah.
potential.
That was definitely an entertaining movie.
Yeah, I really liked
Yeah.
it.
Again, fascinating story because it's true. So
Yeah.
I always
I was on my toes. the whole entire
And
time.
Adam Driver is nominated for Best Supporting Actor.
so much better than he was in Star Wars. So
Showed-
much better.
Showed a lot of.
I think he has a
More
chance
and
of.
more,
I think
yeah.
he has a chance of winning.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah.
Compared to Sam Elliott, I don't know.
I didn't see it. Was he good in that?
I love that guy.
I mean, yeah, I love
He
Steve
can
Irwin.
do no wrong.
He's due.
Have
He's
you
a
heard
Yeah,
his
he's
voice?
definitely
He's a legend. It's due.
He's one of the. He's like the only reason I was like even drawn to see A Star Is Born.
Really?
I think, is that the only movie we haven't covered yet?
Stars Born. Yeah,
Yeah.
I've not seen it.
I loved this movie.
Really?
Yes.
It's worth it.
It is so good.
Is Lady Gaga worth the nomination?
Yeah, I think
Okay.
so. And Bradley Cooper. And Bradley Cooper's. He should have got Best Director for this. I think. I think that
Is this his first movie he directed?
Yeah.
Debut. Yeah.
he does an incredible job. Lady Gaga.
Oh, wow,
is
he's
great.
he's not even he's not even nominated.
I know he's not
I didn't
nominated.
even realize. I thought for
This,
sure he was
this
at
is
least
his
nominated.
first movie he's ever
Yeah,
directed,
that's
and he's not nominated.
crazy.
But
I don't
he's
know
in the
about
song, the nominated song.
Yeah.
that. That's gonna win hands down. I mean,
Hands
it's
It
not
probably
even a
will. It's gotten
competition.
radio play. It's
Right.
gotta
Yeah.
win.
And it is great.
He's got a better
no,
song.
I just don't like the part where they're like have a stutter. Like where they're like, what's the word?
Shallow.
Yeah, shish, 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 shish. Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't ruin it. I'm the only one that's not seen this, so.
No, that's just the song.
I know. I'm just.
I haven't.
Just,
No, I haven't seen it either.
I-
Okay.
I haven't seen
just
it
speak, just in general though.
Bradley
You can end the show
Cooper.
with the song.
Oh,
Yeah.
we could. I'm gonna look that up.
Look it up.
Let me buy it on iTunes and throw it up. And...
Bradley Cooper and Lady Gaga have a great chemistry. I
Yes.
couldn't stop smiling the entire movie. And this is one that I really didn't want to watch, to be honest with you. I didn't want to see it, and I watched it. And
No
I was
one
like,
did.
wow, this
In,
is
in
awesome.
the, in the beginning, I was like, I don't want to. Then everyone was like, this is awesome. I was like, I need to see this movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was really good.
Deserves Best Picture nomination.
Yeah,
City Reasons loved it.
Yeah.
I would say that was.
I mean, I really love movies too, but they don't.
Yeah, but that was my favorite out of the 8, for sure.
Wow. Okay. Do you think it's gonna win?
Of course not.
Yeah.
No, it's gonna be something stupid like Roma.
I hope that doesn't win.
Now, I will say, I feel a little bit bad. I watched Black Panther and Roma on Netflix, so didn't pay a whole lot for them. And the other ones I watched on a secondhand site. A lot of bootlegging.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't pay for
Uh,
any.
Heads
I-
popping up in front of the screen.
Yeah, and
Can't
my,
do that anymore.
my biggest complaint, and this is on me, you know, I watched Bohemian Rhapsody, some guys filming it in a theater, and there was a little silhouette of a man in the corner. Kind of ruined it for
Oh
me.
my god, you're the worst.
Any films do you think they got snubbed for best picture?
Absolutely.
Go.
My favorite movie, well, that might be stretching it a little bit, but one of my favorite movies of this year was, I've talked about it on here before, was Joaquin Phoenix's You Were Never Really Here.
Oh yeah.
It was, the movie was amazing.
Your foot flick. Yeah.
Yes. Joaquin Phoenix was so good in it. It was so well directed. Like, I like I said, I already talked about it on here before, so I don't want to go into
I
too much
finally saw it
detail.
last week.
It's
It was
so
amazing.
good.
Yeah.
Like, the way that it is directed, I don't even know if I could tell you another movie I've seen that like has the same style that this director uses, because the camera rarely focuses on like what's actually taking place, and it's something that like
It doesn't sound good at all.
no like so like a lot of the stuff Joaquin Phoenix does you see secondhand. Like you'll see him walking through a hall, like so you see there's a scene that's just on video monitors. So you see him walking through a hallway and then you don't see anything. And you see him walking through another hallway, you don't see anything. Then you see him holding a guy on the ground with a hammer in his hand, and then you don't see anything. And then you just see him like cutting across the screen.
It's
and he's gone.
imagination.
Yeah, and he's gone. And like
it's a thinker.
yeah, it's like, in the way after really mulling it over and sitting there and thinking about it, I think you're supposed to always be too late, because that's kind of him. He's in the movie, he's just like always a little bit too late, and I think as the viewer you're supposed to feel that way too, and I think the director captures that perfectly. And yeah, there's the shot that she does of the old woman's feet that like melted my heart, because it's something you don't think about, and the director made me think about things I've never thought about before, and I think
search history now.
that's and I think that's part of like what being like making good movies is like opening people's eyes to things that like they might not necessarily acknowledge. And I can't believe that this movie didn't get nominated in any way, shape, or form, and which is another reason why I spend more time watching the Independent Spirit Awards than I do with the Oscars, because they acknowledge movies like this existing. And yeah, shame on you, Academy.
How do you
Shame
really
on
feel?
you. I
Shaming him, man. That's how I feel.
I mean, I love Joaquin Phoenix. I'll watch him in
I
anything.
like his brother running Phoenix.
And,
I like skipping Phoenix a little bit better, but that's me.
his brother's dead, so can we not talk about it?
Yep.
Rip.
It almost
Indiana
sounds
Jones.
like
One love. Indiana Jones.
David Lynch type
Yeah, yeah. It
Film,
it
yeah.
did remind me of a David Lynch movie. Yeah, you're right.
Hmm.
Yeah, I did not
Yeah,
make that
you could
comparison.
have all this stuff going on, and then there's a cricket over here.
Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna zoom in on these Beatles.
Right.
Okay.
Oh, that weirdo looking dude, Dave Lynch.
Yeah. But yeah, I think the Independent Spirit Awards had a lot of great nominees. I think I actually watched more of those than I did the Oscars this year. Blind Spotting. I don't know if it deserves to be nominated for Best Picture, but it definitely deserved more recognition than it got. It has the main character is from Hamilton, and he plays a black man on probation, who is very close to serving out his sentence, and then witnesses a murder by cops, and he can't interfere because he's on probation, and the law of probation is you will have no dealings with the police in any way, shape, or form, which is kind of dumb. But yeah, it just kind of like weighs on him, and it's like starts eating away at him, and he's got this best friend who's like basically insane. It's really good. Like I don't want to talk about it any more than that, but like it's really good. Like I would recommend that one as well.
It was too short of a movie. It was an hour and a half long. That's why I didn't make. Best
You might be
Sorry.
right. Yeah, yeah.
How about the show in general without a host? That's interesting.
Oh yeah, we can talk about that.
That's why I think they're doing the whole like, hey, these are what movies liked. This is
So-
what people liked for movies this past year that should not be nominated because
Yeah.
like
We've-
there's no
we've-
funny host to draw
We've
it
got
in.
3 like Black Power movies. We've got 5 movies that have LGBT
Yeah.
LMNOP character in it, and
What's the piece say?
I'll show you later. But it's is
There
that,
goes
is
the
that to
family
make
rating.
up for the
This is going to the backroom
Cut.
family video.
yeah? So there's no host, and I was really excited for Kevin Hart.
Yeah.
And,
Oh yeah. No, like,
he's
apologize for
kinda-
something you did 15 years ago again. It's like no.
so dumb.
I'm tired of this
It's-
stuff.
It's Disney.
Well, same with Bryan Singer was cut out of Bohemian Rhapsody.
yeah, but I think
Yeah.
that's okay.
I'm okay with
You
that one. I'm not
didn't
complaining.
need it.
Not complaining, but
Well, that's the bad. That's another.
But they left Mike Myers in.
Bohemian
is
Rhapsody.
Mike Myers?
Yes.
Was he accused
Mike
of stuff?
Myers.
He was like the record.
I know, but was he
producer.
accused of something?
No,
no.
Oh, yeah.
Not yet.
The
Yeah.
thing-
I don't know why Mike Myers is like
But
top
one of
billing
his
on that movie.
characters were.
Yeah.
He's in it for 5 minutes.
Yeah.
It's shaking too hard.
If Bohemian Rhapsody wins Best Picture,
Uh,
Bryan
It's
Singer
gonna be a problem.
will get an award for it, which is not okay.
He's going to be standing on stage, I assume.
yeah.
So.
So, as long as the
But
stage
yeah,
is
I don't
50
know.
yards away from children.
I don't. I don't know what the show's gonna be like without a host. Like it.
It's going to be weird.
Yeah. I don't.
It's
I
just
can't even
gonna-
like picture. Is it just gonna be the presenters coming out? Like, is it gonna be the voice of God saying,
Is there gonna
"And
be-
now welcome, blah blah blah"?
Is there going to be a monologue by somebody in the beginning?
I don't
Like,
know.
I think it'd be great if it just opened up to like the stage and there's just like 5 minutes of silence. Like, what's going to happen? And then it'd be like, all right, next up.
it just because like the opening monologue almost always mentions each of the Best Picture nominees, so
Right.
it just flashes them on the screen in the back.
Yeah.
Just to applause.
Insert joke here.
Yeah.
Ha 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 ha.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm gonna watch it because
I
I
will
watch
too.
every year, but like,
But I think it's interesting that the Academy tried to make it shorter this year because that's everybody's complaint.
yeah.
They tried to give out some of the lesser awards during the commercial breaks. And everybody had an outrage.
Yeah,
makeup.
I didn't
stuff
like that.
I told Jared
Do
to this
the
earlier.
songs during the commercial
Yeah.
Well,
breaks.
all right, so that's the other thing. There's 5 nominated songs. They're
Yeah.
only going to do 2 performances.
Now they're doing them all.
And now they're doing them all.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's amazing to me
Yeah,
that
full
they
time
came
without a
out
host.
with these announcements like we're going to do this, we're going to do this, we're going to do this.
They need
Never
to do
mind,
them all.
that was a bad idea.
Yeah. I was telling Jared, like, Guillermo del Toro and Quentin Tarantino, like, blew up, got really mad because they weren't going to do cinematography, which those movies, they're movies that they do, like, total camera work with most of them.
Yeah.
And they're like, okay, we'll do them. We'll just put them on TV. It, like, took that day. Like, we'll just do
Yeah, it was only like a matter of hours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It wasn't even
"Ah,
like
never mind,
it
never
wasn't
mind."
even an overnight thing. It
And
was
then-
like, we're going to announce it at 8 o'clock in the morning, 12 o'clock. Oh, we're going to do it. Never
Yeah,
mind.
they tried to come back and say, well, it was going to be like a rotation. You know, this year we're not doing makeup. Next year we're not doing cinematography. And it's now they're doing them all, and it's going to be
Yeah.
19 hours long, and we're all going to be really tired on Monday.
Whatever,
So.
yeah. Which 11:30 at night, see who won the best picture. If they get it right.
Why
this
don't we
time.
do it backwards? Why can't we start with Best Picture?
Like, yeah.
Do makeup last. I would sleep through that.
Yeah. Let's go through animated features really quick. 'Cause,
Okay.
I mean, everyone's seen Incredibles 2?
Yeah.
Yes. Sure.
Great movie.
In the
I mean,
theater.
Pixar never does a bad movie because they always get nominated.
Let's.
Cars 2.
I didn't even like Cars 1.
Really?
Do they do Ants or Bugs Life?
Bugs Life.
Either one.
I love Bugs Life.
Bugs Life was great. That had a great
You don't like Bugs Life?
lineup of actors.
Okay.
Oh, I freaking love A Bug's Life.
Wreck-It Ralph breaks the internet. Oh no, what do you have to say? You
Nothing.
hand gesture. I saw Wreck-It Ralph breaks the internet. I thought it was a great movie. I don't know if it's it's not gonna win. I can tell you that right now.
What is gonna win?
I
Spider-Man.
think Spider-Man is,
Mhm.
and I think if they had to pick a single animated film to be in Best Picture, I think Spider-Man would definitely be pretty darn close to any of those movies to win.
Did you see Spider-Man?
No.
Did you see Incredibles 2?
No.
Oh.
Incredibles 2 is
Ask
actually
me about
pretty
It was
good.
good, yeah.
No.
It's just
You didn't see Isle of Dogs?
I have not
That
seen.
looked
I've not seen that.
What? Really?
Yeah, it looked terrible.
Well, that's stopping. That's
Yeah, subtitles.
oh.
I'm out.
Yeah.
just for
It
part of
does.
I don't know
Yeah.
what this. What's
But
the
it
other
was
one?
actually great.
The Murray. What is that?
It's one of the Japanese.
Oh, okay. With subtitles.
It's about a either a little boy or girl, I don't remember, who is visited by their younger. I haven't seen it. They are visited by their younger sibling from the future, so they are now older than them, and they take them on this like journey that like shows them. I think they meet their like grandma when she was younger too, or something like that.
In the future or the past?
They're in present.
Where are we? When are we?
They're they're in the present, and then they go somewhere else. I don't remember. But yeah, no, I would say Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. It was really good.
Any other recognitions? Anybody recognized for nominees for anything?
I mean,
There's some like weird ones that got thrown in here. Like best visual effects, Solo got involved with that. I mean, that's a visually. That was a good movie. Visually,
I mean that I would hope it would go to Avengers. I don't know.
I mean, you can't beat Josh Brolin
Yeah.
looking so well as he did
Yeah.
as Thanos.
I-
Although, Ready Player One visually that was great.
I didn't see
That
it.
was like a whole entire CGI film. That was just a fun movie to watch.
I wanted to read the book first, and I just never got around to it. I think RBG should win for best documentary. That movie was really good.
Which one was that?
The Ruth Bader Ginsburg one about her.
Okay. I don't know her then. Obviously.
She's a Supreme Court justice.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
She's on
See,
SNL.
I've
Yeah,
heard
that sounds
This
familiar.
I've heard
As a
this is
character.
supposed to be really
They
good. Is
should
that
have
what you're saying?
character.
No,
Yeah,
I've
Lego
heard
movie
Free
too.
Solo is gonna win. I don't know.
Yeah,
if
Oh,
it's-
really?
Yeah.
It's about a climber.
Ah.
The free solos that we just said.
Yeah. It could. I did hear good things about it. I almost sat down to watch of Fathers and Sons, and like on a whim, I decided to watch the trailer
Is that
first.
Netflix or Hulu? Doesn't Netflix or Hulu always has a documentary?
Minding the Gap is Hulu. I don't know
Okay.
if of Fathers and Sons is. But I watched the trailer. It looks hard to watch. It's about fathers basically telling their like raising their sons to like hate white culture and like
Oh wow.
he congratulates his dad on like killing a man. He's like, "Is that the man you killed?" And like it looks tough to watch.
Yeah, that sounds brutal.
But yeah, that's why I also tried to watch the live action shorts. I got through one of them. I don't know how to pronounce it. Fave.
They're
Fave.
shorts. You couldn't get through them all.
No, because read the description for this movie.
10 minutes, guys.
Real quick,
Yeah.
we touched on it briefly, but Roma is the first Netflix exclusive nominated Best Picture. So that's
As a
as a Best Picture.
One of the shorts is called Detainment.
Okay.
Here's the synopsis. 2 10-year-old boys are detained by police under suspicion of abducting and murdering a toddler. A true story based on interview transcripts and records from the James Bulger case, which shocked the world in 1993. You could not pay me to watch this movie. I don't want to see 2 10-year-old boys talking about killing a toddler. Like,
How long is
crazy.
it?
it's a half an hour.
I could do that.
So I watched one.
I would give it a try. Yes.
I watched one that was kind of tough on its own, the FOV or whatever. I think it's another language for fox. And I watched that, and like by the end of it, I was just like, "Oh my god, what just happened?"
It gives you hope. You can make something like that.
What's Skin
So
about?
what's the Bird
I don't
Box
know.
up for?
Nothing.
Stay this way.
Nobody saw it. I couldn't see it.
Nope.
Did you guys see the Netflix special Abducted in Plain Sight?
Nobody saw all the
I
people
have
post
heard
about it.
ridiculous. Like it's the
It's just
stupidest
dumb.
It is
situation.
insane. Absolutely insane. Like,
All I, from what I understand, it's about a Mormon family, right? Yeah, that's what I heard. Like,
I don't think
like
they're Mormon.
that. From what I understood,
They could be.
like it's
After
about a
watching
Mormon
it, they
family.
definitely could be Mormon.
And they're a little bit more concentrated on their appearance to other people, so they're like, it's okay.
Well, their daughter's gone for like a week, and they're like, maybe we should call the cops.
Yeah, because they don't want to. Because they don't want to look like bad parents or something
Yeah,
like that. Like,
I mean, I don't want to get into it too
it's
much.
one of those
but if
documentaries
you're-
that I heard you just yell at. I was like, why?
Yes. Now that football's over, if you want to yell at the TV,
Yeah.
and they, like put that on, it's like, what is wrong with these people? It's pretty interesting though.
What is at Eternity's Gate? Willem Dafoe.
That's the Vincent Van Gogh movie.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's supposed to be
was
really
that?
good in it.
Was
but
that a nominee for?
He's not best actor. He's
Oh.
nominated for
I
it.
didn't know that.
So that's
Um,
2 years in a row he's nominated for best actor, and the movie is not.
What was the?
That was last
the
year.
Florida Project?
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right.
So
Oh wow.
I mean, obviously he's a very good actor. Why can't he pick a movie that's better?
Yeah, that's fair.
You know,
That's
Aquaman.
exactly.
Yeah. So
The
Spider-Man.
best.
my final picks for like good movies for 2018 that aren't necessarily nominated for awards were obviously You Were Never Really Here,
Flip, flip.
because I loved it. If you want a good sci-fi movie, Annihilation was really good.
Oh, I need to see that.
The story is a little
That bombed from what I
kooky.
heard, but
but the monsters, they're not monsters. The things in it are really cool, and Natalie Portman is really good in it. If you want a good comedy,
Star Wars reference for you.
I know that person.
if you want a
Yeah.
good comedy, I would
Dude,
say
those
watch
hours.
The Death of Stalin. The first hour and 15 minutes, absolutely hilarious. Like,
How's it end?
Yeah, what's the last
the
minutes of
ending
the
is
episode?
not good. It's-
Does he
because-
die?
No, so like the
dead?
ending, so it's based on like actual events, but they like take a lot of liberties. So the last 20 minutes of the movie, I don't remember how long it is, but like the last 20 minutes are like them like tying up all the loose ends. So there's not a lot of jokes, not a lot of humor. It's actually kind of devastating at one point. But it's so funny. It's got Steve Buscemi is in it. He's hilarious. Jeffrey Tambor is in it. He's hilarious. Michael Palin from Monty Python is in it. He's really funny.
That's Sarah Palin's husband.
Yeah. Who's the other person who's in it? Oh, I don't know whoever plays Stalin's son is really, really funny in it. Because apparently in real life, Stalin's son was left in charge of the Soviet Union's hockey team. And they all died in a plane crash. So it was his job to like not let anybody know that this happened. So he just like made like a ragtag team of hockey, and there's like a scene in the movie that's about that. It's really funny. But yeah, if you want a good comedy, I would recommend it.
That looks insane.
A good drama is Beast. It's from England. It is also based on an old myth, an old wives' tale. What's an urban legend from the island of Jersey in England that apparently in the 70s.
Joycey.
Yeah, in the 70s or 80s, there was the Beast of Jersey who was like going around killing girls. In this movie,
Pauly D.
yeah, this movie kind of takes like a different look at that case. It's not like a crime drama by any means.
It
It's
looks like the girl from Brave. The redhead.
in real life.
It looks
yeah.
just like
Yeah, I kind of have a little bit of a crush on her. And this movie like made me fall in love with her.
Gingers.
But but yeah, it's probably one of the best dramas this year.
Did you guys see The Mule?
No,
The newest one?
That was awesome.
Yeah, it didn't get nominated for anything.
you think it should have?
I don't know. Didn't see it.
Bill, do you think
That's
it
why
should
I
have?
asked you guys if you saw
Yeah.
it.
I almost spit out my beer doing that.
It was
Oh my
it was
God.
surprising to me that Clint Eastwood didn't get any type of recognition for a
He's
movie.
dying.
It was too
Now or
obvious.
never. It was what?
It's too obvious.
Yeah.
He deserves it.
No.
I've heard mixed things about it. I've heard some people say it was really good. I wanted to see it, but I just never got around to it. But yeah, that's
You should see it.
I'm sure I will
I'm
eventually.
just watch it right now, guys.
Best original score. Mary Poppins Returns
Really?
is up. Isle of Dogs, Black Klansman, Black Panther.
Black Panther could win Best-
Panther could definitely
Did
win.
that
was
have
very
best
good.
I think it had best costume design too, which I could see.
It was
that.
good.
But
The
probably
colors
favorite.
were amazing.
Yeah, the favorite will probably just with that.
Yeah, that was
whole-
good.
Those always win.
They had
They
an entire
do.
trailer for Wigs.
Wigs, yeah.
I read that. Did you see that?
Yeah,
Holy
because
crap.
what's his face named his.
Yeah.
Named his
Yeah, they had different
He
names
had,
for
he had
each
like
of them.
7 different wigs. He had a
The
name for all
scene,
of them.
I thought he was really funny. And
He
Nicholas
was funny.
Hoult, he was really funny.
No, he was
I
very
love
good.
when they're just walking, and she like, I don't remember what she says to him, but she like disagrees with him, and he just stares at her, and then throws her down.
Yeah. It was in a dish.
All the like the little like under the breath things in that movie, like
Yep.
do you want to get punched in the face right now, or do you want me to punch you in the face?
Yeah.
My favorite?
That
Yeah.
was a very,
Oh, I need to watch this
It's
now.
so
Just
very
that alone.
funny movie.
You like make sure you can hear everything
Okay.
because it's a lot of like subtle like.
Mhm.
Maybe I'll turn the subtitles on for that
What was
one.
my favorite? There was a line that I absolutely loved.
Emma Stone was really good in that.
Yeah, she was. She was. I can't
That's,
think of it.
that's the first movie I've seen Rachel Weisz in since The Mummy. So.
Visual effects.
Last thing, we're gonna go over visual effects because we're a bunch of nerdy fans.
Yep.
All right. I think
Obvious.
Avengers.
Obviously.
Christopher Robin.
That's the. I've never seen. I've not seen it. When I started to watch it, but my daughter freaked out, so we're like, all right, just
the,
turn it off.
the animals looked cool
It
in it
looks
from,
really-
the,
like-
from
like
the trailer.
What classic.
It looks creepy realistic though.
Yeah.
Like holy crap.
I mean, First Man won't win.
First, I still want to see that.
No.
I've heard people walked out during
That was a
so.
big snub too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, because the guy went from winning Best Director to making this subpar movie, and just kind of I feel like people were let
Ryan
down by it.
Gosling.
No.
What subpart?
Oh,
movie?
I know he's.
This.
That's the subpart movie.
Yeah, he won Best Director last year for La La Land, and then he
Yeah.
makes this. the
Oh,
following
that's
year.
right.
I don't know. Do
Yeah,
you think
I
it's
still
subpart
want to see
though?
it though.
I didn't see it.
Yeah.
It didn't sound good. Like it the way anything I heard about it, I just sounded like contradictory to like what I don't know. It just
Yeah.
didn't sound.
Well, I mean, it's not a true story, anyways.
Okay, so you also have Ready
Steve-
Player
Steph
One
Curry.
and Solo
Yeah.
for visual effects.
I think if you're going more realistic, it's going to be between Infinity War and Solo. I've not seen the only one I've not really actually seen any bit of it was First Man, but
Yeah. First Man was filmed with. He wanted to do everything. What's the word? Like realistic effects. So he doesn't have a lot of like
Mhm.
CGI. He wanted to use like real.
what's the
Rocket
term?
and everything?
I know what you're talking about.
So like, well, like he made like a replica of it and like put them in it, and then like he didn't have like a great.
Well, it's
he
kinda like
probably
what,
just had, like a green screen, but like
what's his name did with Titanic? Like that was all like models.
yeah.
Yeah.
But it, like if I don't even remember if it won or if it was nominated, but like the new Mad Max movie, like that's all like he
Oh yeah, that
he
movie
like
was-
used like 3 shots of CGI in that whole
Right.
movie, which is insane to
which
me.
I mean it won best cinematography I think.
I would hope it
it,
won.
it won a
something.
couple and
It
it
did,
just deserved it. That was
Yeah.
it was like an hour, 2 hours of straight action, like no CGI involved. That's like
As
Oh,
far
yeah,
as
that's unheard
visual
of.
effects for Solo goes, the beginning, like the first robbery that they try to do, that looks really cool.
yeah.
And then
Oh, the train heist.
yeah,
Yeah, that was.
the thing that stands out to me visually is Han Solo in the pit with Chewbacca. That's like and there's not a lot of special effects in there.
Oh, no,
but
yeah.
it looks so cool.
Mhm.
Yeah. Very dark and gritty.
Yeah,
Yeah,
But-
Chewbacca's covered in mud.
yeah. Which God, I feel like
In
that
chains.
the actor in there would just be like
Hot
miserable.
and muddy. Yeah. All right. Well,
Yeah, that's all. That's all.
it.
That's all I got. Walk there. Independent Spirit Awards this coming Saturday. They're usually on IFC. I would assume that's true again this year. And then the next day, Sunday, Academy Awards on ABC. Probably like red carpet starts at like 6 or something.
In the morning.
Yeah, actually, you're not wrong.
Right.
Yeah, the red
Um,
carpet's longer than the
It's
actual
on
awards
E! Channel all
ceremony.
day.
I won't be
Yeah.
It's a week
watching.
from today.
I won't be watching the Independent Spirit Awards live. I'll have to record them, but I will be watching.
Yeah.
So feel free to comment on our page, and I will respond. And I'll probably post like a list of all my picks, of who I want to win and who I think will win. Yeah,
There's a difference.
yeah, very much so. Yeah. So look for that on our Facebook page.
And if you comment, you'll be the first one to comment, by the way, because no one's commented on our page. So yes, once again, follow, like, subscribe,
YouTube.
YouTube it, share it with everybody, share it to your third cousin. I don't care who.
I don't even know who that would be.
I don't know either. Yeah, YouTube, SoundCloud, iTunes, Facebook. We're everywhere.
Oh, are we back on SoundCloud?
Until we get more donations on GoFundMe, maybe we'll. I'm done paying $8 a month.
Fair enough.
So yeah. Oh, follow me on Dortmunder Gold on
Instagram?
Instagram, because I have started to post stuff, comic books that I'm reading, things I am watching, things that I'm drinking. It's all comic book. It's Brews with Dudes related.
Oh,
So
we didn't talk about like the women at all, really.
Oh,
Except
sorry,
for the
women.
favorite. No, it's okay.
I know that, I mean, that was like half of the nominees for the favorite.
Yeah,
but-
that's true.
But yeah, thanks for hanging out with us, guys. Have a good day. Keep on listening. Comment.
Thanks to Bill and Jimmy.
Thanks to
For
Bill
being here.
and Jimmy.
See you next year.
See you in a year. We'll have Bill on here when Star Wars comes out in a year.
Absolutely.
All right, thanks, guys.
Coming.